Hey guys, how are you and welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'm gonna show you my favorite face brushes. There's a video that I filmed just right now and it's about all of my favorite eye brushes. It was so long that I didn't want to just leave brushes out to make it shorter, so I decided to make my face brushes video separately. So if you want to see my favorite eye brushes, I'm gonna leave the video linked below so that you can check it out or someplace on the screen. Before we go to this video and I show you my brushes, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and also leave a comment telling me what are your favorite brushes, brands, anything. If they're high-end, middle-end, or drugstore, I want to know all about brushes because I'm in a brush kick. I have an addiction when it comes to brushes right now. Since I have so many products, now I'm focusing more on tools. And I'm so in love with doing makeup right now. I've always been in love, but I'm so in love right now that all I can think is things to add to my kit and to play with them on my clients. So if you want to see what my favorite face brushes are, then just keep on watching. I'm also going to leave linked below my video from a year ago. I filmed in August showing you what my favorite brushes were, and that way you can see the new additions that I got. But if I mention them on that video, I'm going to say it on this one. So the first two that I'm going to show you, these are new to my collection, and these are the Real Technique setting brushes. And these, I'm showing them to you first because these are random brushes, and what I mean with random is that they're synthetic brushes that you can use for basically anything, to buff or blend concealer, to apply setting powder. Is something that you can use for basically anything. These are must-have, and there are makeup artists that I've seen using them, and that's why I wanted to try them. These are super affordable, so I know that I will be adding more to my kit. They're super soft and nice, so I would highly recommend, if you have a makeup kit or you're a makeup artist, to get a lot of brushes from Real Techniques because they're soft and amazing and they grab pigment the right way. I'm so happy that I got them because now when I'm doing makeup and I can't find a brush to do something or another thing, I will grab these and know it will work for me for different things. So it's a multi-purpose kind of brush. So before, I used to use a brush to set my makeup. I used to set with powder my entire face with a big fluffy brush. I don't do that anymore. That's what I showed on my last video. So I'm gonna skip that step, and then the next step that I always do is just set my concealer. So those two brushes that I just showed you, you could use them to set your concealer. And of course, the 02 by Wayne Goss was a holy grail for me for that purpose only. But now I sometimes use it if I don't have these. And this is another brush you're gonna see in my eye brush video that I showed that of some brushes that I've fallen in love with, I buy another one or I buy multiples of. So the Wayne Goss brush, on my video last year I showed you the black one, and now I have a pink one. And of course, when I can, I'm gonna buy a few more brushes of this. This is what I use to set my under eyes. Of course, you can use this to apply bronzer, blush, or powder all over your face. This is a good brush, and I know this is a powder brush, and I still love this one, don't get me wrong, but this is so soft that even this being soft, it pales in comparison. I love the airbrush brush. I think it's one of the brushes that I have in my collection that I love the most out of all of them. And I use it also all throughout doing makeup on a client because when I get fallout, I don't mind fallout. People go crazy over it. I don't mind it. Sometimes that's a thing that you have to deal with eyeshadows that are pigmented or soft, and I love pigmented and soft eyeshadows. So this is the perfect tool not only to set your concealer but to swipe away any fallout. So that's why I have two, and I truly adore it. Every single brush that I mentioned is gonna be linked below so that you can just find it super easy. So after I do that, I'd go in and bronze my face and contour it. So for bronzer, I showed you last year that I used the 05 brush by Tom Ford, and this was a new one at that time, and I love this brush. Sometimes I find that it makes my skin a little bit itchy, I don't know why, maybe it's the brush cleanser or something, but it's so soft and so beautiful, and it buffs the makeup so nicely. Every single powder bronzer that I use with this it blends amazingly. I have to say there's a Jaclyn Hill brush that I know it's gonna sort of not replace it, but it's gonna be important to me, and I'm gonna leave it linked below. So if you guys don't want to spend the amount of money that this brush costs, because it's a lot, the other one it's gonna be similar. This is beautiful though, so if you want to get it and you've been thinking about getting it, get it. Maybe wait for the Sephora VIB sale to get it, but it's a brush that feels expensive, looks beautiful, and it performs beautifully as well. This has been Holy Grail, and when I purchased this, I forgot a little bit about this one, but not anymore. I pulled it back out, and you can see that mine, it's worn a ton, and I really need to get a backup of this one. But I love when brushes are worn because they sort of start to understand the way you grab them, you hold them, and they become personal. So this is the 00 brush by Wayne Goss. Just for you guys to picture how old this brush is, when he released this as a holiday brush, and I think it was his first holiday brush, that's when I purchased it. And it has lasted forever. It's still super soft. It doesn't shed. This is a beautiful brush, and I would recommend it for bronzer as well. It's just beautiful. You can even use it for blush. A new one to my collection is the Real Techniques blush brush, and these I prefer for bronzer, but for blush it works beautiful as well. I used it for blush today, but for bronzer it's just so soft and so nice, and this is so affordable. So these I know I can add multiples of just to have a ton of them and sort of not spend the money on my kit with the 00 and just buy another 00 for my own personal kit and these for my clients, because this feels so soft. It's surreal for the amount of money that they cost. And then I saw ANGIEDB using this on a client, and this is the MAC 137. One day when I was at La Riviera in Panama, they were on a sale with the MAC brushes, and I didn't know why, but it was because they were discontinuing the natural bristle brushes. So I got this one. I would have gotten a ton more of them. So I use this for bronzer when I want the bronzer to be blown out, because you can just grab it and sort of contour with it. So it's a bronzer contour brush, and I truly love it. This is again the MAC 137, and if I can find it anywhere, I will leave it links below. Or if you want to try the synthetic version, you can try it. If you don't like it, just return it. That's why every single place in the US has such amazing returning policies. So for highlighter, I have 4, but it's truly just 2. I remember I was so in love with a NARS Kabuki brush, a small one, a blending brush. That one just died, and I had to find a brush to love that was gonna perform the same way. So at first when I got this, I was using this for highlight, and I love it for highlight as well. So this is a multi-purpose brush, and it blends everything beautifully, and it picks up color beautifully. But since I can't have multiples of this one because it's discontinued, I wanted to show you one that I got just for the heck of it, and I fell in love with it, so I bought multiples of it. It's the Morphe 510 brush, and you can see it right here. I have 3 of them now. They even changed the logo, so this is the first one that I got, and then I got these 2, and I bet I can have multiples more, 5 to 10 brushes of this one, because I not only use it as a highlight and it gives me the precise highlight that I want. It's less than $10, and I can also use it for an infinite sort of eyeshadow blend, and I love that technique, just to make the outer corner of the eye blend even till the brow bone, and this is perfect for that. It's sort of a giant E40. So I truly love this brush. This is also a multi-purpose brush, and I would highly recommend it if you're looking to do a precise highlighter. It's just perfect. And then I have this one that I've been loving lately, and it reminds me a lot to the A23 by ABH, the highlighting brush that everyone loves. I haven't tried that one, but I have the Royal and Lanickel Highlight and Glow BMD 265. and this applies highlighter beautifully. I would highly recommend it. I got this as a gift at Gem Beauty 2 years ago. I never used it, but now I'm in love with it, and I use it almost every day to do my highlighter. When I'm not using this one, I'm using this one, or I use them interchangeably. For blush, nothing's new. I still love my Achio brush by NARS. I still have two. I wish I had more, but these are beautiful. They have sort of a belly that works perfectly for blush. They're not heavy. They're super, super lightweight, and they perform the best in my opinion. I haven't found a blush brush that performs better than these two. Another random brush is the MAC 188, and this one as well I got on sale at La Riviera in Panama. And these I use sometimes when I go overboard with my blush and I want to just buff it before I buff my entire face. I use this just to buff my cheeks, or sometimes I apply bronzer with it, sometimes I contour with it, sometimes I apply blush with it. So it's a multi-purpose brush, and I truly, truly love it. If you can find it in the synthetic and it performs beautifully, just grab it, because every single dual fiber brush that I have in my collection, I always find uses for them. Even though I didn't mention a ton on these two videos, I always use my dual fiber brushes. They're there. I will use them just to blend my makeup more, because I love a super blended makeup. For contour, nothing's new as well. I can use either this one or this one, but this is my most used brush because I love to contour my nose with it, and mine is super worn. It's usually a little bit longer, but I've had this for years and it's still going strong. I don't see a near future without it, and I should buy another one, but I just love this one so much. And for me, brushes, they give me memories, and they have sentimental value for me because they remind me a time where I started my makeup artistry, when I started to get my brushes, my high-end brushes. So this is a must-have in my opinion. I know some people don't love it. They say it sheds a lot. For me, there's nothing quite like it. And then last but not least, I have two buffing brushes. This is the Sigma F50, which I mentioned on my video last year, and this is my MAC 187. They're both basically the same, just the handles are one shorter in the MAC and longer in Sigma, but these are the ones that I use with my Radiant Light Powder from Hourglass to buff my entire face and make it look like it belongs to me and it's not sitting on top of my skin. So this is a must-have. I always have to have a blending brush like this. When I'm on a pinch, I will grab this one to do that. If I don't have these two or they're nasty, I will grab this one. It just takes longer for me to do it, but they're super nice. So yeah guys, these are all my face brushes that I love. Of course, you don't have to have that many brushes. You can choose and pick the ones that are gonna work for your makeup routine. But for me, I love makeup. Makeup is not only fun for me, it's also my job. So just pick and choose and build your brush collection. You won't regret it because brushes truly make or break a look. They don't have to be high-end, they don't have to be amazing, and they don't have to be expensive to be high quality. You can find affordable brushes. These are just the ones that I love from my collection. So if you love any of the brushes, let me know in the comments below. Also remember to leave your favorite brushes down below because maybe I will check them out. And also, before you go, don't forget to go and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can be part of my YouTube fam. And let me know what you want to see next here on the channel. Remember that I post videos Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And that's it, you guys. I guess I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.